Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Edwin, the Comic Jabroni, coming at you. Today is the 25th of April 2019. I do believe it is that day because today is the day after New Comic Book Wednesday, and it is also Avengers Endgame preview night. So tonight, everywhere around the country, they will be showing, everywhere around the world, I guess, they're going to be showing Avengers Endgame. I cannot wait. I have my tickets. My wife and I, we are going tonight, 6 p.m. May go live afterwards just to kind of give you my feeling on the movie. But let's get into the books that I picked up this week. As usual, every Wednesday night on Instagram, I do a live video going over the independent books. So in this video, I will show you the independent books that I picked up, but if you want to see my review and what I feel on the books, go ahead and go to Instagram and check out my live video from last night. It was about 20-25 minutes or so. Really good stuff. Let's go ahead and get into it. I did pick up more independent books this week than I picked up than DC or Marvel. One IDW book and five Image books. So first up, we're going to go with IDW. First on, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 93. Picked this, as you guys know, and you can see in the background, I have a lot of Turtles stuff. Got my 3 TMNT NES games. Those are all complete in the box. Absolutely love that series growing up, even though I believe that the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the Nintendo is the hardest game ever made. Let me know if you guys actually beat that game. I was never able to beat that game. So, on to that. After that, I got, so this is TMNT number 93, ongoing series from IDW. That is the A cover, and I also picked up the retailer incentive cover. This one really reminds me, and Thoro brought it up last night, really reminds me of the first movie because you got Casey Jones on there. You have Raph all kind of beat up, and he has the jacket on like he did in that first movie. Great series. If you want a jumping on point to Ninja Turtles, issue 93 is a good jumping on point. They're setting the stage for a city at war, like it says, with Shredder more than likely coming back in issue 100. But you could see cameos of him coming back in 98 and 99. So, absolutely love it. Let's move into Image. Image, like I said, I picked up 5 books. First one being Hardcore. Perry Comics put me on to this series, and I'm so glad that he did. Thank you very much, Perry. This is a great series. Next up, we got Ascender number 1. The artwork done by Dustin Nguyen, which I absolutely love. His artwork really reminds me of like watercolors. Wasn't a big fan of the story inside, so I probably won't be getting any more issues after this. Next up, we got The Realm number 13. I have been picking this up since issue number 1. It is a Lord of the Rings mashed up with The Walking Dead. No zombies, but you get all the mythical creatures from Lord of the Rings in a post-apocalyptic Earth. So, super awesome story. It is a slow burn as far as the story goes. It's taken a while, but you're starting to get a lot of what the heck is going on in this world and why is it the way it is. Absolutely love The Realm. Next up, Sharky number 3. Picked up the B cover. This right here is a Mark Millar written story. It is going to be on Netflix here soon. I don't know when. I say soon, but I have no idea when. Just your typical story about a bounty hunter, but they throw in a lot of good action and a lot of comedy in there. I gotta say, if you want to know like what I really thought about it, go check that Instagram post out. And what I should have said at the beginning, I will be posting in the description below the timestamps for Image, for DC, and for Marvel. So if you're really here just to hear what I picked up for Marvel or for DC, check the timestamp and it'll take you right to that spot. Sharky, I wasn't a fan of the first issue. Like I liked it, but I almost dropped it, and I said, let me pick up issue 2 just to see. And issue 2 pulled me in. It was great. Issue 3, just as good, a lot of action. Now, every month that this series comes out, I keep getting so many people telling me, Edwin, you didn't pick this up, and I was just never a fan. Didn't pick it up since the 90s, but I had heard that this is a good issue to pick up to kind of set you off and get you up to date on what's been going on. And that's going to be Spawn 296. This is just the A cover. Francisco Mattina, written by Todd McFarlane. I will talk a little bit about this. If you're like me and you really haven't been picking up Spawn, and you're kind of wanting to dip your toe into the Spawn universe, this is an awesome issue to pick up because it tells you the first, gives you a breakdown of the first 100 issues of Spawn. And the next issue, I think it's going to go the next 100 issues. Gives you the main characters that are in it, tells you what their first appearances are, and this one actually has a first appearance of a new character in it as well. So definitely go out and get Spawn 296. So that's all I got for Independence. It was a lot, man. That's 7 books, but 6 different series. I have been getting more and more of these independent books. Absolutely loving where the independents are going. Even though I believe Image to not really be an independent, they are a huge publishing company. They are right up there with DC and Marvel, but everybody always thinks DC, Marvel, and then everybody else. But Image has been around since the 90s. They are a big player in the comic game. Let me know what you think. Do you think Image should really be put into the same category as an independent, or should it be right up there with DC and Marvel? So let's move on. We're going to get into DC because DC I picked up the least amount. I picked up more Marvel this week, which is crazy for me, but picked up less DC than I did Marvel. We are going to start off with, that is not the one I'm thinking of. Here it is. All right, so Batman Beyond 31. This is a beautiful Ben Oliver cover. Look at that, man. There's not a lot to it, but there's so much detail in it. You know what I mean? This issue right here, you do get a first appearance of a new villain called Split. Looks like they may be brothers or I don't know what they are, but it's like one person with the same mind. So it kind of reminds me of Firestorm, and they can split though and they're like 2 different villains. But the longer they're apart, the weaker they are. This kind of goes right past where the Joker storyline ended, with Terry McGinnis's brother no longer being Robin because it's just too dangerous a game, they think, for him. You obviously, like I said, you do get that first appearance of the new villain, Split. And something's going on with Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne was at Arkham Asylum. He was checking some things out, because he's put money into Arkham, and the lights go out. And it's funny that for him, when the lights go out at Arkham, he gets nervous. But the lady that's kind of walking him around is like, oh, we just have, older, our electricity system, isn't up to date. But the generators will kick in. Wow, generators. And he kind of gets nervous. He's like, okay, yeah. And then 3 seconds later, the lights kick on because the generator kicks on. And you see Bruce Wayne is already down the hallway. It looks like he might either be trying to run, or he might be trying to get into some type of costume or something just to be Batman to stop whatever may be happening in Arkham. But as of right now, it didn't look like anything is happening in Arkham. Just a really good Batman Beyond has been awesome. I'm kind of upset at myself that I haven't been picking up since issue 1, but I have been picking up the last 10 issues. And Batman Beyond, if you were a Batman fan, this series should definitely be on your pull list, guys. All right, next up, we got Heroes in Crisis number 8. I picked up the B cover variant. This is the Ryan Sook. I want to say, let me look. I don't want to say the wrong name. And I don't want to really show you too much of the interiors. Ryan Sook. So, as you know, they've been showing these Polaroids, and this is one of the birth of Harley Quinn, right? Because Joker pushed her into this vat of chemicals, and she turned out the way she is now. The Harley that we know. This issue right here is a huge issue. If you've been following Heroes in Crisis, this is the issue that tells you exactly what happened and how the heroes died who was in charge, who was culpable, or who's at fault. There you go. Who is at fault for the deaths of all the heroes and everything that happened at Sanctuary. You also get insight into why the heroes thought it was Harley Quinn and Booster Gold, and why those two think it was one another. I definitely do not want to give you any spoilers on that, but go out. Heroes in Crisis, it's Tom King written, but it's way better than his writing in Batman. I don't understand how this man can write so well for Heroes in Crisis on some stuff. There's been things in Heroes that haven't been so great, but I think his storytelling in Heroes has been so much better than his Batman stories. And maybe because he's just focusing so much time on Heroes in Crisis that he's not putting in the work in Batman. Kind of upsets me, but Heroes in Crisis, man, this has been a great series. Next up, my pickup of the week for DC, Detective Comics 1002. This is just the A cover, and I wanted the A cover over the B, the Mark Brooks cover, because you do have the Arkham Knight on the cover. This right here is going to be the first full appearance of the Arkham Knight. You know, he is in the issue, throughout the issue, fighting Batman, kicking some butt. We still do not know who the Arkham Knight is. I don't even have any idea of who it could be. I still do not believe that it is the same character from the video game. And I don't want to spoil that. Even though I have in the past, I'm not going to spoil it in this video who the video game Arkham Knight was. But I don't think it's the same character. This issue, you get a lot more. At the very beginning, you get Batman versus Arkham Knight. The cops show up and they're trying to stop the beef. And Arkham Knight stops everything that he's doing because there are, as he says, civilians and innocents around. So he's a bad guy, but he doesn't kill innocent people, right? He has a plan. He wants to take down Batman. The second half of this story, you get Damian Wayne. Batman kind of sends him off because, as you see, he's got all these arrows. So Batman goes back to the Batcave to get patched up, and he sends Damian out on like this mission. Damian goes out, he goes underwater to try to get some of this bomb that had blown up in the last issue, pieces of it, so they can figure out what kind of bomb this is. And he gets captured by the Arkham Knight. Now, don't want to give anything away as far as that ending goes, but I will say that either issue 1003 or 1004, we will know who the Arkham Knight is. Awesome. I absolutely love this read, guys. I thought it was very, very good. All right. So that's it for DC, man. Three books. That was it for DC. Let me know, how many did you guys pick up for DC? Let's move on to Marvel. Picked this first book up from Marvel just because I'd heard some rumblings about it being the first appearance of Doctor Strange as the Herald of Galactus. I have not been picking up Doctor Strange, but you never know. The last first appearance of a Herald of Galactus, which was a cosmic Ghost Rider, it blew up. So I took a chance on Doctor Strange, and I got to tell you, it is a... I'm not a fan, man. The artwork inside was horrendous. I think the storytelling was just trash. You do see him. You do see Doctor Strange become the Herald of Galactus, and he has a plan because they have sent Galactus off to this more magical universe, but he's destroying everything there. So now Doctor Strange needs a plan to get him back to our universe. I won't be picking up 14. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not a fan, and to be quite honest, I shouldn't have even picked up 13. But you just never know with these Herald of Galactuses. Like, man, this one could blow up. So at $3.99, I took the chance, and it was bad, not good. Next up, we've got Thanos #1. This is a new series by Thanos. This is the A cover, and what this really is it's like a storytelling by Gamora of her past. Starts off with her kind of in a ship doing a recording and trying to tell everybody what her past and where she came from and how she became, the daughter of Thanos. Story then goes on from there where she's talking about Thanos and his early exploits and his early dealings with the Black Order. But in this one, they're not called the Black Order. They are called, I'm going to pull it up for you guys right here. The Butcher. There we go. Check it out. So the Butcher Squadron. They are not called the Black Order at this point, and a lot of them aren't even the same ones that we know from the Black Order. But you do have Proxima Midnight and Ebony Maw. You get these other Ballista Grim, Ferox, and Infesto Macera. Not sure if those are first appearances for these characters, but they don't last too long, so it really doesn't matter. As we know, Thanos is trying to garner the love of death. And he's going around just killing people. And the Black Order, or the Butcher Squadron, is starting to question his motives and why he's going to these different planets and just wiping out civilizations that are not that are peaceful civilizations. They don't even fight back. He even talks about going to this planet, go in there, kill everybody. All these people do is run. They will not fight you back. Kill every single one of them you can. So they're questioning his motives. Why the heck? This is, I might as well just stay on this ship because it's just as boring going out there and shooting these fish in a barrel like you have us doing. I dug it. I like this Thanos character. I like Thanos, him as a villain. He is super overpowered, but there's always one little thing that kind of hangs him up. And that's how the good guys are always able to take advantage. Digging Thanos. I'm going to be picking up the rest of the series. It is just a 6-part mini series, so pretty good in my opinion. Next up, we got Hulkverines number 3. This is the Gerard Zaffino variant. Hulkverines was just a 3-part little mini series, little story, but with Wolverine, Hulk, and the Hulkverine. I like the first 2 issues. They had some story in there telling you why Hulk and why Wolverine were out there hunting for Hulkverine, and it all had to do really with the leader and this shadow base. But this, because it was a 3-part series, it felt like they rushed this 3rd issue. They just kind of throw a lot of things at you. There's a lot of times, like, kind of where you don't really know what's going on because they fast forward through a lot. You do at the very beginning, you get all 3 characters in their just like normal human form. Even Wolverine, although he's always in human form, but they're talking about them being heroes, but being heroes that people were scared of. Not always really doing the right thing because they get into this berserker rage and they just can't tell good from evil. They just destroy. That's all they do. You get some really good action scenes in here, right? These 3 fighting. And you finally do see the Hulk and Wolverine become their own versions of Hulkverine. There's these nanobots that get injected into their body, and they all pretty much look like Hulkverine. If you haven't been picking it up, if you didn't get 1 and 2, I would suggest just waiting till the trade comes out and read it. If you just want a fun story about, like, Wolverine and Hulkverine just fighting each other, not too intense as far as story goes, I'd pick it up. Pick up the trade, read it, let me know what you think. But yep, that's Hulkverines number 3. I want to say that I don't think anything from this issue is going to go into anything else that's going on, other than I believe Hulkverine might end up joining the Avengers somehow. That's about it. All right, next up, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 20. This is just part 4 of the Hunted storyline. You get a little bit more of the story on what Arcade and Kravinoff, what they're up to, what their motives are, what their motivation is, and why they have these rich people doing these VR simulations to go and kill these villains and some heroes that have to do with animals, right? You get a little fight scene between Kravinoff's son and the Lizard, but not too much really goes on. I have been quite disappointed. I gotta say, been disappointed with this Hunted storyline. I thought we were really gonna see more of the villains in here, but you don't. You get a nice little talk between Spider-Man and the Black Ant. Didn't really know too much about Black Ant. I know him and Taskmaster, they kind of joined together just to be their I guess what can you call them, like kind of like bounty hunters. They'll do whatever you want for the highest price. So you see a little bit of that. Not my favorite. I might be dropping Amazing Spider-Man as soon as this Hunted storyline is done. I think since they started, since they came back with this new series, it just hasn't been as good as I believe it should be, guys. What do you think? Have you been picking up Amazing Spider-Man? And the last one that I picked up from Marvel this week is Venom number 13. This is the In-Hyuk Lee variant cover. Absolutely love this cover. I think this cover is definitely better than the A cover. Go ahead and show you a little close-up on there. This issue definitely, you guys all should get it. It is kind of a War of the Realms tie-in, and I said I wasn't going to pick up any of the War of the Realms tie-ins, but because Venom is a series that is on my pull list, I said, you know what, I'm going to get it. It is not written by Donny Cates. Donny Cates has taken a break from Venom until I think issue 16. So the next 3 issues we'll get for Venom are not written by Donny Cates, but nonetheless, it is still written very well. In this issue, you do get a first appearance of a new like Venom symbiote suit, which looks super awesome. It has a lot to do with War of the Realms and what is going on. Venom, or Eddie Brock, is in New York City. Everything is going down in New York, as we know if you've been reading War of the Realms. And Eddie Brock is kind of just thrown into the middle of it, and he still doesn't have full control or access to his symbiote. He doesn't, he can't really become Venom whenever he wants. He doesn't hear that other voice in his head because it was killed off, a few issues ago. But you do get, okay, so spoilers. I'm going to show it to you. I wasn't going to, but I want to show you what this new suit looks like. Let's go ahead. We'll pull it up right there. Check it out. So that is the new Venom symbiote, and the way he gets this is by this crystal shard that this evil witch gives him. She thinks that he'll get these powers and he'll fight on the side of Malekith, but Eddie ain't that kind of guy. So he gets these powers and he kind of goes to kill the witch, but she disappears off. She's all like, what the heck, I didn't see that coming. So now he has these new powers. I don't know if they're going to continue on with him having these new mystical War of the Realms powers. It might just be for these next 3 issues, but we'll have to see. Venom has been awesome. Absolutely love it. I hope you guys were able to pick that one up. So that's all I got, guys, from New Comic Book Day. I do want to show you 2 issues that I picked up off the back wall. I talked about them last night on Instagram, so I'm going to show them to you right now. One of them is a Grail that I have been wanting for so long. But first up, you guys know I am on the hunt for anything Batman family related. First appearances, major key issues for Bat family members, and this is definitely one of them. This is All-Star Comics Justice Society of America 69. I want to say it is number 69. This is that first appearance, like it says down there. First appearance of Huntress, Helena Wayne. She is the Earth 2 Huntress. Beautiful. Absolutely love these Bronze Age comics, guys. Don't know too much about Justice Society of America. I know they're kind of like the Golden Age superheroes. Although you do have, Wonder Woman, who is a Justice League member throughout. But this is that first appearance of Huntress. I do have the other first appearance of Huntress, which is just Huntress number 1 from, I believe, 1988, 1989. But that her name is Sarah Bertinelli. I want to say it's Sarah. I know it's Bertinelli. I can't remember her first name. And the Grail that I picked up yesterday, I've been looking for this book for so long, and I finally got it. That is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 1, guys. The original first appearance of the Ninja Turtles, first appearance of Splinter, and first appearance of the Shredder. Now, this is a third print. I gotta admit, it's a third print, but I'm totally okay with that. I wanted this issue. The only difference between this issue and the other 2 prints is that inside it says third printing. Other than that, it's got the same story inside. It has the same magazine size, book. Godly, and that cover, God, that is so iconic, guys. That cover right there. And I never ever noticed this before, but you got, it looks like Shredder's hand up here holding the blade, the katana with blood on the edge. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love. This is definitely a candidate to be sent out to get graded. I want this book graded. That first print is going for crazy amounts of money now, and I can't afford it right now. And even the second print is getting up there in price. So my thinking is, let me at least get the third print when I can afford it, because 10 or 15 years from now, even the third print is going to be crazy expensive. These had low print runs. There weren't too many. I know for a fact that the first print was only 3,000 made. Now, are there still 3,000 out there? More than likely not. Some of them might have been destroyed or, thrown in the garbage for some crazy reason. But I picked up the third print, guys. Golly, I'm so excited for that. So those are the two books that I picked up off the back wall. Let me know what you guys think of those two. And is the third print of Turtles #1, is this worthy of getting slabbed in your opinion? What else do I got going on? Tomorrow, Friday, I will have episode 2 of Comic Reviews with the Comic Jabroni. We will be going over the Nightwing series from 1995. I'm hoping to make that video anywhere between 7 to 10 minutes long. Just kind of give you enough of the book to pique your interest, and maybe next time you're at your local comic shop, you'll go ahead and pick that up. And also remember that I do have my 1-year anniversary 400 subscriber contest going on. I'm going to go ahead and put that link right there. And this is that first place prize, right? With Avengers going on, coming out tonight, this is a perfect gift to get. This is a perfect, I don't know what to say. I think it's awesome for any Avengers fan. This is the briefcase from Phase 1. It has all of the Phase 1 movies on Blu-ray, plus some extra goodies in there. I will be sending that out to one lucky winner. You have up until May 6th. May 6th to join. All you got to do, go to that video, like the video, comment that you want in on the video, and be subscribed to my channel, guys. Real easy. I'm almost up to 500. I'm at 470 right now. Hoping to get to 500 within the next few weeks, maybe month or two. So anyways, thanks for watching. As always, let me know what you think. I got this new mic over here, this blue Snowball. Does the sound quality, does it sound a little bit better for you? So until next time, guys, take it easy. Peace.